All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for waiting. We are now live on Allie's Heart and Soul Connected, and Mel is simulcasting for the first time uh, on his channel as well. And so everybody has to know that we can see all the chat, but you might not be able to see other people if they're on the other channel. If you're watching from Mel's channel, you may not be able to see in the chat any comments that people have made, but we can see it and we can add you to it. So
the other thing is, if they're going to ask questions tonight, no personal questions, just political, world events, weather, things like that. People want to know about Argentina.
Yeah. That's a creepy thing. I just saw that. Yeah. So yes.
It'll be President long, but anyway, whatever.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Anyway, Linda does have a is going to come.
I'm sorry.
I'm just telling everybody, Linda's on her way, but she has the link. She'll be here when she can. So Mel and I are going to start out and talk a little bit and say hello to everybody. Nice to see you all. As you can see, Mel, you'll see my people that are listed there. They don't have a paperclip, but yours do. If you go down and you see Dan, artist, painter, you'll see a paperclip. That means he's watching from your channel.
Is that? Let me see paperclip.
Paper. Yeah.
So, is it like a little S button or something, or is it like a paperclip?
Yeah, but it's meant to be like a little paperclip, and it just shows where the person's watching from. So
also it's a green thing, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Absolutely.
I'm learning how to use there.
Yeah, you're learning all the fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh, the paperclips go to the left. I see.
Of the left of the name. Yeah. So yes, thank you all for being here today. Mary and Wiki and Teresa and Judy, two Judys, Anne, it's good to see you, Laura, Patricia, Altia, Jenna, Wayne Rich, Carolyn, and Peter, Rossi, Linda Bishop, Luna. Oh my, Sharon's here, Dee, Rosaire, Dan, Kelly. Hi, Kelly, Mystic Next Door. It's good to see you. Mel Brosad. All right, Nancy Miracle. Hey, everybody. So yeah, we're just waiting on Linda. She should be around, but I'm so happy, first of all, to have you here, Mel. It's good to have you. Yeah, I've been listening to your travel escapades when you're on Marina's show. You've talked a little bit about your Italy experience as well, and you also had talked about your experience when you went. Is it Kenya? Is that where you were?
Kenya? No, we went to Uganda. But next June the 20th, we're going to do Kenya and Tanzania. So there's Linda.
Very good. Hi, Linda. There. Hi, nice to see you. Yes, thanks for being here.
Linda's been so long since I've seen you.
I know.
I'm still at work. I still got my same shirt on.
Linda, I love you. You already got your Christmas shirt on. You're rocking it, girl. I'm just giving up on Thanksgiving. I'm going straight to Christmas.
You're going straight to Christmas. You know, you guys, I got to tell you, I was so exhausted today. It was even like breathing was hard.
Wow.
I wonder if it's from that flu shot.
Which one did you get?
Not the flu shot. I got the COVID.
Could be.
Okay.
Like when I get the flu shot, not the COVID one necessarily. You know, the day after I get chills and a fever and things like that.
Yeah, my whole arm is just big red.
That's why.
Don't get the CSV if you can't. My husband had it. He was in the hospital. He was allergic to it. His blood pressure went way up. And then they did a CAT scan on him and injected iodine, and he went again. And we thought we lost him. He passed out.
I remember hearing something about him.
Yeah.
The iodine could have been the thing that caused the kidney problem, because a lot of times that iodine can be hurtful to your kidneys. So
I don't know how many times I heard a code red to radiology. I don't know how many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you had code red. We had code blue.
Code blue. Sorry.
Yep. And everybody's saying. Yeah, everybody's saying that the shot has messed them up some. I had them separately. I had COVID one and then a flu one, but I've decided not to get the RSV after what happened to him, even though I know other people haven't had a problem with it.
My sister had the chills and stuff for a couple of days. I'm not allergic to the iodine because I've had plenty of iodine shots.
I'm not allergic to it, but one of the arteries to my kidney is blocked, and they had to reopen. And I think it's blocking again, so they reopened it twice. But there's a stent in there, so I have. But so if I do that iodine when they do, because I have to have CAT scans every 2 months. I've got one coming in December, so I have to drink a boatload of water to flush my kidneys. Because if you don't, it can cause kidney issues. So.
Oh, I know.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
A boatload of water. I mean, when I'm done, I drink like 8 of these a day.
Yep. We all need it. Especially we need it because also we've got a lot of chaos and the ascension issues and all of that stuff. We just need to be more fluid. Mel, you look like a priest, Renee P. says. So, oh, Father, bless me, for I have sinned.
Hey, you guys, I'm not going to announce this, but I just want to tell you that Joy Harjo's daughter's at death's door.
Oh, no. Well, we are on, Linda. We are.
No, but we don't want to say because she hasn't given me permission to announce it.
I get you. Okay. All right.
We're on live right now, though.
No, we're not, are we?
Yes, we are, Linda, because we started about 5 minutes ago. Okay. Well, let's just say that we want to send a lot of love and healing to a community member's daughter who's not doing well.
It was mostly because of the daughter. She wasn't sure, but if the daughter's really sick, then
yes,
she's not going to care. Who knows? But all the prayers we can send is
absolutely. Prayers for her, definitely. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. So I'm sorry that you're feeling tired, but I understand completely because last week I was just a mess. I had to cancel a few shows. I wasn't able to,
it's like even, doing anything is just overwhelming.
Yeah. It's like lifting your feet and dragging yourself through the sand. Yeah.
It's foggy too. I'm foggy.
Yeah, I get it, Linda. Yeah, I do. Well, thank you.
I did wake up from taking a nap and, fed the dogs. My son isn't up yet, but I'll have to feed him and then I'll go back down and lay down.
Yeah,
watch my Monday Night Football.
I'm feeling like tomorrow by 4:00 you'll be feeling a lot better.
Oh, good. Thank you.
That's
your projection.
That's my psychic prediction.
Well, it's not like I'm in pain or I'm sick to my stomach. It's nothing like that.
Right.
It's just like you can't even take a deep breath. You're so exhausted. You can hardly stand it. And then I had to go down to Comcast today. And they want you to put your cell phone under them, take it out of AT&T and go with them. Hell no. Every time I go down there, you got to wait at 45 minutes, before they call your name. Why would I put my cell phone with you guys? You can't even answer.
And good luck getting a human when you call them.
Yes. Oh, that's near impossible.
Our internet is always out at home, and whenever I try to call them and ask for them to adjust the bill, they won't adjust the bill unless you call them and let them know. Getting a human's impossible.
It's really bad.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere now, pretty much.
Did you notice, all you guys, did you notice anytime you call a place, they have the same answering, even my vet, that they've had for years due to the volume of calls? They always say that. It's like, this is the same message you said 3 years ago.
Right.
You still got the volume of calls.
Wow.
Walgreens have me on hold today.
I say, bullshit.
Walgreens had me on hold for 3 minutes.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. And then when they finally came to I said, you're telling me it's an insurance issue. Well, we need prior authorization for this drug I take. It's a shot. Then their computer says it'll be ready by Tuesday. So I tried to call back and hold another 25 minutes. And they're like, oh, no, we're okay. I go, you mean you put me through calling my doctor today? You put me through all of this because you didn't do what you were supposed to do? Oh, I was mad.
Yep. And it's only going to get worse. The interesting thing is that when we're about the same age, the three of us, when we were younger.
Watch it, Mary.
36, 40, 27.
Right. I'm 25 plus shipping and handling. So
I'm 32.
But anyway, what I wanted to say was that, we were trained. You treated people a certain way. You didn't make people wait. And you even said, I'm busy, but I'll be right with you as soon as I can. People don't do that anymore. No, they don't even acknowledge you, So do you like my new cup I got?
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Fan Club.
Oh, I like that.
my man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, a couple of things. I put up that we just want maybe some political readings or some readings that are whatever, worldly or weather or related or something like that. But I just want to say that since May, when I met the both of you in person, which was absolutely fabulous, I've just so much enjoyed that whole experience. And I was talking with JJ Tuta Speaks, and she was recently at the Bryce Canyon one
Yeah,
that
that's where I
you
was
all
at.
had. Yeah. And when she came back from that, she felt like I did when I came back. It was like we were so high, elevated vibrationally by being with each other. And then when you come home, it's like, oh, I miss my people. I miss being
Yeah.
in proximity with them. So, yeah.
Is it the higher you get, the better the view? Is that how it works?
There you go. I like that, Mel. I do. I like that. So, I wanted to also talk a little bit about gratitude. That was what I had on my introduction to the show, and it was Mel had several health issues this year.
Yeah.
Linda, you had to go in and have a surgery as well.
Yeah.
And then my husband just came out, and I'm not saying we're just the only people that matter. All I'm trying to say is at this point, I just want to say that it was very, very wonderful to be able to be grateful and find the gratitude as we enter Thanksgiving week. We have the gratitude for each other and for getting through some of those difficult moments that we just recently had.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I think mine, when the doctor couldn't believe how well I heal, my voice is still a little raspy if I talk too long, but shocker.
Mm-hmm.
So if it gets raspy, also because I've been talking all day. But she knows what I do for a living, and but I told all the healthcare team at Rush what I said. The whole YouTube community, all the psychics in the community, but everybody that supports us, all of our subscribers, sent all kinds of healing energy and vibes. And I said, I am sure that helped so much with my recovery.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sure it kept the cancer from spreading.
Absolutely.
And, they didn't look at me like I had 10 heads.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
We're like, whatever it takes. And so I said, well, and then it's funny, when I had a CAT scan right before my surgery, they said it looks like the tumor shrunk a little bit. And so I was like, well, I know how that happened.
Yeah. So, I agree. I've seen that with Linda's prayer group. I've seen that with meditation.
We did prayers for your husband too.
I know you. Yes.
What's your husband's first name?
Keith. Yeah. Keith. Keith.
So everybody's been healing energy to Keith. I'm thinking that he'll make a pretty full recovery. They'll figure out what's going on with his kidneys. It's causing his blood pressure to go up.
Yeah.
Put a little stent in or something. But I don't, I'm feeling, I shouldn't do medical, but I'm feeling a full recovery.
Thank you. Well,
yeah, and me too. Thanks to the prayer.
Linda.
I'm nervous. And my sister even said, I've never seen you this nervous about a surgery. And then not only did I come out, I came out wide awake, never had to take a pain med, not Tylenol, nothing.
You called me in the car, Linda, on your way home.
Wow, Linda.
And I even, I'm healing beautifully.
You called me.
And the next day I did a YouTube that said,
I bet you did. You can't stay away, Linda.
You guys were like, oh my God, go back to bed. You look great, girl.
The day I woke up from surgery, I made a little video and put it on YouTube.
Yes, I remember watching it, Mel. Yeah.
Well, do you remember that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, but that martini you had in your hand just didn't play right. It just...
The thing coming out of my neck really wasn't a drain with blood. It was slow gin fizz or something cherry flavored.
A thing to bring the vodka in. There you go.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah. But we felt it. I felt like a big warm blanket around me, and I appreciate everybody for praying for my husband as well.
And what they always say to me, be not afraid. You got to be careful about going into that fear factor, because they can't work through you if you're in a constant panic state. Just like being worried about Biden's numbers dropping or this or that, or, oh my God, do you think? Just be in faith and know that this too shall pass. Don't worry about those bloody numbers.
I saw a question in the comments about it, like, because of the whole Israel thing, will, his popularity drop. A lot can happen between now and then.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure that, the MAGAs are going to try everything in their power to make Biden look bad. So will Putin. So will, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not worried about it. Linda, I agree. Cancer taught me, and Linda, you and I talked about this. If you let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back, it'll paralyze you.
You have to hand yourself over, like I did. I handed myself over to the realm. And I even said, if I die, I die. Fair enough, then I'll die. But in faith, I know everything will be okay. And that's when
happened to me. My advice to everybody that's afraid, let the fear stand behind you and push you forward.
There you go. Like a wave. Yeah.
I mean, it's a natural thing for humans to be frightened.
It is.
Especially for those we love,
Yes, absolutely.
But
it's the same thing when you're wanting to manifest something, or you're wanting something to come for you. You need to ask for what you want and let it go, and let it come in if it's supposed to, for the highest good. And so it's something we need to practice in everyday life just as much as when we get sick or have somebody ill in the family. So
Hi, Kevin Lewis.
Oh, my goodness. We got a full house here. We got 800 people. Yeah. It's so nice to see everybody.
Last call for cocktails.
Well, this is my BS bell. But wait, I showed everybody, because I always have my BS bell, but this is my granddaddy BS bell. Right?
Oh,
this one's a big BS.
That's
bell.
like the Liberty Bell, or maybe what's her name, Suey.
Well, that's what I say to the polls that keep showing Biden behind. I ring my big BS bell.
Oh.
Well, it is his birthday today, and God bless him. Hi, Ron.
Whose birthday today?
It's Joe Biden's birthday today.
Oh, yes, our wonderful president, Shay.
Our wonderful president.
Also, he let those 2 gobbles off. Those are beautiful turkeys, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the best turkeys I've seen.
And I read today, people are saying he's 81, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's not that much older than Trump. So
he says 4 years older. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard what Trump did, right?
And then Trump's doctor said he's in excellent health.
Trump pardoned his turkeys, and as soon as they were done, you could hear the gunshots in the back.
Oh, that's Don Jr. He's putting it on the wall. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Trump's doctor said that he's in excellent health. I don't know which doctor he goes to, but he better switch.
I guess, because there's malpractice for you, right?
There's Dan.
Oh, my God.
Mel, Dan is here. What reader that was on Linda G's channel?
I'm sorry, say again.
Talking about me, Dan. Dan's on.
Oh, hi, Dan.
So a reader that was on Linda G's channel.
What you talking about, Dan?
Me, maybe? I don't know. Hi, Dan.
Oh, look at Kathleen. Isn't that so sweet? Yeah. Love and white light, protection to all. I'll do prayers tomorrow, by the way, you guys.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful, Linda.
We've got a lot of them.
Celtic seer.
So I just have to say that today I broke down and I cried really hard when I heard that 28 preemie babies were delivered to Egypt, and they're all back in incubators. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yes. I was just... there's been so many bad things that this was something that came out of it that was better.
So our prayers are being heard for children of the world. So good.
Yeah. I absolutely. It really blew my mind.
Did you see what President Carter said about his wife?
I didn't hear.
He made a statement.
Didn't he say something about her being a full partner or something like that? Is that what it was, Linda?
He made a statement about her death.
Okay.
So he's still with it, I feel he'll go soon.
I do too. I thought to myself, after she passes, it's not going to last long.
No. Most of them do, don't they? I mean, like if you've been with someone for 77 years, don't you think you probably want to
Oh
just
my
go with
God.
them?
Well, he held her when she was born. He went down there and held her when she was a newborn.
Are you kidding? You are
I know.
kidding.
I said, that's a little curvy. That's a little
They're 3
curvy.
years apart. Okay, they're 3 years apart.
I think she had like really severe senile dementia or Alzheimer's.
Yeah, and it probably broke his heart to see that.
Yeah.
And she was probably frightened, easy as dementia patients can be.
Could
So
be.
he probably didn't want to leave, and her not knowing what was going on.
And, you know, I mean, she had been a brilliant woman and a very classy woman. And, you know, this is sad to say, but really with that kind of dementia, she probably didn't know who or where she was. You know, she died a long time ago. She really did. But I see her on the other side, and I see her whole again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In fact, looking like she did when she was, you know, younger than in the White House even, you know, just her beautiful,
Correct.
beautiful look. Yeah.
Sharon. And I think
they were a good looking couple back in the day.
They were.
Yeah, they really were. He looked good in that uniform. He really did.
Kevin Lewis
I have a question about the Putin double. I'm reading this and I want to really know what you guys think. I feel like he is dead. And this guy, they're saying that's his double, is a real ding-a-ling. And the guy got COVID and they were worried because he was supposed to be at a meeting or something and he wasn't, you know, it was like, what is he going to do? And then the other day I heard that his Putin's mother of his 3 illegitimate children is disappeared.
Putin's mother?
No, the mother
Putin's
of Putin's
girlfriend.
illegitimate children.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. She's like a dance gymnast or something like that. She's 40 and he was 70, I believe. But she had 3 of his kids, and now they're saying that they've got her like locked up or so that she won't say anything, and they're trying to sort things out so that they can say he died after they sort things out. I'd just love to know what you guys think.
I see it a little differently. I still see him alive.
Okay.
I think that's a major heart damage.
Okay.
You know,
he might even be on life support. Yeah.
Are there doubles? There probably are people that look like him from a distance, but I can't believe anybody would be alive that's that ugly, to be honest with you.
He's very short.
Okay,
if I had that face on my behind, I wouldn't be afraid to back in a hornet's nest.
Can I read this real quick, you guys?
Yep, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Rosalind was my equal partner in everything I ever accomplished. As long as Rosalind was in the world, I always knew somebody loved and supported me. That's so sweet.
Well, she's on the other side, and I'm being told when it's his time to go, she'll come after him. But I'm also being told it's not his time just yet. Okay. His work is not quite done on the earth. Not quite.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I hope he doesn't get up on the ladder up on the roof at the Habitat for Humanity and start throwing hammers or anything.
I used to send President
Carter.
Directing
that from the other side, you know.
I used to send President Carter letters with like $100 check in there.
I loved him. He was
I used to tell him that, you know, I'm from Georgia myself. I'm a George Peaches. I'd insert a picture of my peaches. And they never wrote me back, but they cashed the check.
They're not going to turn money away, you know.
Politician. Everybody, Kevin Lewis is in the house. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. There's a lot of folks here. There's Ron and there's Kelly, the Mystic Next Door. There's a dozen cats is here. Thanks, everybody. And Sharon Sipe, of course. All of you that are our subscribers and members. Thank you all for being here with us today. I have not been on with these lovely people. Well, Mel and I came on earlier, I think, after we met, but I hadn't been on with Linda for a while, so it's wonderful to be with them. But send Linda some COVID healing for her arm because it don't feel. She got an owie.
I didn't know you were live. Good thing I wasn't talking about my hemorrhoid.
Oh,
I didn't know
we can dedicate a whole 10 minutes to that if you need us to.
I don't have hemorrhoids. Actually, I'm very lucky.
I do.
But I know my gal Jones. What's her name? Leslie Jones. She does a whole chapter in her book about the hemorrhoids. It's awful. It's awful. But I didn't want to tell people I had the COVID because so many people are just knee jerk and they write me letters. Oh, you should make blah, blah, blah. I do what I want to do. Okay. So yeah, my arm is aflame, but the arm is aflame from whatever they put in the vaccine I'm allergic to, obviously. But besides being tired, that's not my only side effect.
Well, that's good. That's pretty much what I go through too. I always have my left arm, so I'll just get it healed from the flu shot. I'll get the COVID in the same place.
Listen, I was going to go down tomorrow and get the flu shot, but I've got turkeys, stuffing, and everything I've got to cook. I'm going to wait till after that when I have a couple of downtime days.
I had my flu shot and I had a COVID shot the same day, right before I went to Italy, about 4 or 5 weeks before. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, though, getting that COVID shot kept me from getting a really bad case of COVID because some people got it and they were really, really sick.
I'd rather have it at this age anyway. I just would.
You know, I'm sure that it keeps me from getting the flu as well. I had the flu one year and it went into pneumonia. And I said, never again, because I want to tell you something. That pneumonia will knock you on your butt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
never got COVID. Maybe I'm one of the rare ones. I've never gotten it.
I got it, but it was very mild comparatively, I think. It wasn't,
I'm just going to take a quick look-see at Putin.
Okay, please do.
Linda, while you're doing that, Northern Mountain Dancer said, Linda's prayer group helped my broken arm heal. Within the 5-week period of my sister's replacement knee surgery went spectacularally well. Thank you, community.
I tell you, these prayers help you guys.
They certainly do.
They really, really change things. This community is the most powerful thing I have seen for a long, long time.
Ooh,
it really, really
let me tell you what, and you wouldn't believe the letters I get. Due to privacy concerns, I don't share them because unless they say you have permission to share this. But I've had statements from people saying, you won't believe what happened in our family. And after those prayers, blah, blah, blah. We can't expect miracles all the time. I hate to say that.
We can.
But if you hand it over to the higher realm, you're always taken care of.
You are. And whatever happens is, what the plan was. It's just that we're focusing the attention on it and trying to send lots of love and light to it. And, it's wonderful.
So
it's just wonderful.
I'm seeing him. I think he's on life support.
Okay. Well, the guy that plays
they're looking for a new emperor, someone to take his place. I think he's already stated who should.
I pulled a 5 of Cups, which means he hasn't turned his back on the earth plane yet. I still a lot of heart damage, but he's still alive. But the Kremlin just denied that whole heart thing and all that. But
no, they're not going to tell us. Did you also hear about the Russian soldiers that they won't fight, and so they're stripped naked and thrown into a pit in this freezing cold weather in Ukraine? If they don't,
and then left to die.
I've seen a lot of the Russian soldiers defecting to the Ukrainian side, but they're afraid for their families. And I keep seeing in Belarus a lot of people protesting in the streets to overturn Lukashenko, which is going to happen. I'm not real worried about Argentina.
Me neither. I think that whack job is just might even be taken out.
That's what I see. I don't think he's going to be president long. I mean, people there some of them thought he would be all that in a piece of toast. But, he calls the Pope, what do you call him? A leftist, and he called him some terrible names. I'm like, here's a man who wants to help the poor. He refused to live in the Vatican in the luxury and rent an apartment. How can you even say something like that?
I know.
But
the guy's a nut job. He's a nut job.
It's
he's a banana republic person who, wants to create anarchy and chaos and to say, I can fix it. And now Trump sent him a message, I'll make Argentina great again.
Yeah. Give me a break. Now they'll want to. I wouldn't be surprised if they cooed with Bolsonaro to get him back in at some point.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people down there protesting. They might think in the beginning, but with some of his radical policies, I agree with Linda. I don't think he's going to be.
I'm wondering if there'll be some sort of violence because I'm seeing groups of people, which pitchforks.
So go to Linda's community channel page on her homepage, and you
Well,
can
actually, it's not on the homepage. You got to write me on Google. What is it?
I'm sorry.
Gmail. You
Oh,
write
Gmail.
to grindel9103@gmail.com, and in the subject matter, put prayers and get them in there before tomorrow, because I'm reading them out tomorrow.
All right. So I posted that for everybody, at least on my channel. Remember, we got 3 channels that are going through, and so some of you won't see comments other people have made on other channels.
Thank you, Heart and Soul.
Thank you. I have a question. Remember, and I don't even know how long it was, there were psychics that were saying something big is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but this is something big is coming. Let's say maybe 6 months ago. Do you think it was Israel?
You think it was what?
Israel?
Israel, the
Oh,
Israel.
my goodness. Even Andre said that Biden would be hit by something a little bit unexpected that might affect him somewhat, which it is. It's affecting him. But did you hear that he's already making plans to put restrictions on any money they get? Because they've told them you have to follow the rules of war, and they're not getting back to America on that.
But Netanyahu
piss them off.
Netanyahu doesn't listen to anybody.
No, he never has.
But this is going to be his demise. It really will be. He's doing this to wag the dog, to take,
Hi, Joe.
To divert the attention away from the crap he pulled. Putin is doing it with, he was in conjunction with Iran, and Hamas had to attack Israel because they wanted to take the eyes off of Ukraine, and he thought he would coalesce the Middle East to do what? To support Putin.
Right.
So, it's blowing up in everybody's face because you can't starve people, innocent people, and you cannot bomb hospitals. That's just not cool. And a lot of that is propaganda. So my feeling is it's blowing up in Hamas's face. It's blowing up in Israel's face because there's innocent people living in that strip.
Sure.
And
sure. Oh, it's 12,000 Palestinians are dead. 12,000 children. I mean,
that's horrible.
It is horrible.
We have to take care of the children of the world. They're Israeli, Palestinian, living
doesn't matter who they,
Hindu, Muslim, Jewish. I'm sorry. Oops.
How rude.
It's a dance moment. Okay.
It's my Patsy Cline ringtone. And it's probably a scammer. Anyway, so, that whole thing is going to blow up. But I see food getting into people in the Gaza Strip. I see medical attention getting to them. And so that's what I intuit.
Okay.
And this will be Netanyahu's downfall.
And I see Netanyahu gone. I can't tell you guys, I thought Putin would have been gone way before this time.
Oh, I know.
I thought DeJoy was going to be gone way before.
Didn't we? I mean, 3 years ago.
Yeah. But, God works in mysterious ways. And sometimes it's just whenever it's supposed to happen.
Well, I knew the thing in Ukraine wouldn't end right away. But Putin will not win that war. It's like another Vietnam for him because he's trying to fight Ukraine with the conventional war, and the Ukrainians are using guerrilla warfare, and he's not going to win. And that's the same thing that's going to start happening in the whole Hamas thing. But I see a ceasefire. I really do at some point.
I hope so.
And I see this is going to bring Netanyahu down because most Israelis don't like this. They do not.
They're already talking trash about him.
Oh, well, they know.
And if they talk about the fact that they don't like what's going on, they get in trouble in Israel. Like if the Israelis say, I don't want them doing that in Palestine, they get in big trouble. I don't know if they're being thrown in jail or what.
Also, they released the videos of what they were doing to the families. They were killing those babies and cutting off their heads. And they did that for effect so people would still be angry.
Right.
And it is terrible. I'm not saying it's not. These people had no books on them that were straight from Putin of what you do.
Absolutely. Putin and Iran, right? They have their fingers in all of this. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's asking about Alex Navalny. I still see him alive.
I do too.
Oh, he's in jail, but they're just not giving him enough food and medical attention.
At some point, once Putin is gone, it kind of reminds me of Nelson Mandela in South Africa, or Lech Walesa in Poland, that at some point Navalny, I don't know if he'll be president of Russia, but really a strong force in bringing about a democratic president for Russia. It works now.
Yeah, because I saw Navalny. I had a beautiful vision. Now, see, he was opening up the gates of the thing. In fact, rumors flying in the prison that Putin is dead. I just saw that.
Yeah.
But he opened up the gates and he's standing outside in the sun and he had his head up, taking in the sun. So it was like freedom. But is it freedom or did he go to heaven? You know, I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
But I saw him standing outside.
It's almost like a Nelson Mandela moment, isn't it? And there you go again.
It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Roxanne Richter, the prayer day is tomorrow on Linda's channel, right, Linda?
I don't know what time yet. It'll be after I do my 2 readings in the morning. So probably about noontime. That's when I usually pick.
Cindy Foster, I love Patsy Cline. I love it. Patsy Cline, I've got everything she's ever done. And,
I love that movie that actress played her. She won an Academy Award, I think.
Oh, that was...
with Ed O'Hara?
Yes, that was an excellent movie.
Oh,
it was. Yeah, it was.
She was her life.
So I want you may have already spoken to Sterling about this. I think I was listening to him and you yesterday, Linda. But the judge that rejected the Colorado 14th Amendment, there's talk that that was done purposefully in order to escalate that up to the next court because they couldn't do it at that court level. It had to go up, and it will.
But that judge
will go to the Supreme
Trump appointee, though.
Okay.
The what'd you say?
The judge was a Trump appointee. I just wonder if it's going to go up to the Supreme Court because they're going to probably rail against it.
It'll go to the Supreme Court. Now, what about the voting rights thing that got cut? What's that about? I'm just now hearing it.
That's going to go to a higher court, and they're going to say that you can't restrict people's right to vote. What was in Colorado?
What was the whole thing about? What happened? Anybody know?
It was some kind. I think it was in Arkansas or something, and they were like,
it's in one of those states.
Yeah, they were like something about the way that they had drawn up their laws, and it was really not fair to people of color, and I forget. But it's going to go to the Supreme Court. They're going to say you cannot restrict
discriminate.
Yeah. So was this a Trump appointee too that did that?
Would it surprise you?
It was actually.
Is Cannon going to get canned? Do you think?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, good.
I said this way back in the beginning. I said she's going to do several things, and by the way, Jack Smith is counting up the days. He already knows what he's going to do, and he's actually kind of setting her up.
Totally. Now, what were you saying, Allie, that Sterling had said something about Colorado? What was that again?
I didn't know if that was on the show yesterday with Sterling. I just was saying, I didn't know if you've already read on it.
What was it?
Well, my husband had read on the Daily Cost. Some people had said that because of it needing to go to a higher court, because the judge said it was an insurrection. He did say that. He used the word, but he said he wasn't a president of a corporation or an officer or something like that, and that's why he ruled against it. But I'm wondering if he put the wording in there that said that if that will elevate it up to the higher.
But my question is, what was the case about?
Oh, him not being on the ballot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I see other states that they're going to take his name off the ballot. And so, I see that going even up higher. And the Supreme Court would say, that I don't know. They'll say, people have the right to be on a ballot, but if he's convicted of high crimes and misdemeanors or treasonous activities, then not.
Yeah.
But see, they want to get him
I'll tell
through
you
because he
what.
hasn't been convicted yet. That's
When
right.
he starts getting the slice, it's when they take everything from him in that New York court. He knows that's going to happen.
Yeah.
He knows they're gonna.
Oh, and
he's
they
not
had
the big wig on campus anymore. He's a poor.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm thinking this could be tied up in court until after the election anyway.
A lot of it can be, yes, it will be.
So I see other states following suit, to be honest with you.
Well, Fawny just said that she didn't think that the Georgia was going to be done before the election, which really is disturbing to me because there's so much proof there that could be used for the federal case, all those people flipping and stuff. So,
well,
all right.
I mean, they've got a lot.
They do. They do.
I think that, Trump will try to delay until after the election, but I can tell you one thing, so will loose cannon, but this judge, what's her name, Calkin or whatever her name is? I mean, she's going to bring
Chutkin, you mean? Chutkin? Yeah.
She's going to bring it to trial pretty quickly.
Well, they just had an argument with some federal judges this morning, and they were just playing the voiceovers of that with one of Trump's lawyers and 3 other federal judges about the gag order. Yes. And they haven't made the decision, I don't think. Did they?
That guy talked like a used car salesman. But that's against you car salesman. He was it was like a snake oil person. He was talking fast and he was spinning it, and it's like she was finally kind of yelling at him,
Good. Yeah. That's what needs to be done. These people. Well, and then what's her name? The girl Haba. She wears a necklace that says F Joe Biden. Did you
wait on TV?
Somebody said that she wore it in court.
I
didn't.
Because I'm beautiful doesn't mean I'm not smart.
Well, I think it was 3 Democratic judges that voted that talked about the gag order, and then they held part of it up, like he can't disparage the judge or the court, the court assistant or whatever.
Right.
But there's a thin line. But I still think that they did that because they knew if it went to the Supreme Court, then the Supreme Court would not overrule their decision. So I see more gag orders against Trump, and I see him being attempt. Yeah. He's going to appeal everything across the board.
I know he will. It would be nice if they could make him sit in his room. He could sit in that bathroom. He's got lots of reading material, and he didn't have to go anywhere because he's so full of age that he could get the paperwork done.
Amen.
All right, so let's look at a few questions. Wiki wonders, was the Pentagon's UFO leader forced to resign, and why, if you know?
I don't see that. I think he just got tired of the BS.
I think he got tired too. I don't think he was forced out.
He was or not?
I don't think he was forced out.
Okay, I get the naked man, so I'm guessing that, he knew everything, but now it doesn't matter since they've had all these different trials and things that explain that there is UFOs finally, even though we already knew it.
He actually is getting paid by someone else to be part of an investigative team.
Oh. Okay.
Might even do a TV
UFO
show.
just means, it doesn't mean alien life. It just means something in the sky.
Something on you. Yes. Well, they call it UAP now, right? It's totally different.
What does it stand for? Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, phenomenon.
I mean, I think some of it clearly is extraterrestrial, but I like the way they choose the terminology.
Sure. So Luna's wondering, what Sarah and Mike Huckabee's involvement with the IBLP or the religious fundamentalist group?
Huge.
Do you see about the lectern that she bought and how much it cost? And
she's going to be in real trouble.
She's going to get in trouble for that.
For lectern gate.
Did you know her approval ratings are really low?
Because she didn't use them. I mean, she said she used the money to buy that lectern, but she didn't. She used it for other stuff. And if that was federal money, she could be under federal investigation for fraud. And
Yeah.
at some point, I see that. So,
Sure. Do you think that Gates is going to be the next one that the ethics committee is going to focus on, and he is going to leave just like George Santos is going to be gone within a few weeks?
the hypocrisy of that drives me crazy. They, they knew what George Santos was about, and
Absolutely.
a lot of them have pulled crap too.
Uh-huh.
But I still see Matt Gaetz under investigation. He's not out of the woods yet.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But it's
Thank
funny.
you for your donation, Kathleen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's funny. I pulled the moon when you asked when you said Santos and Gates, but Santos is going to come forward with some stuff and try and flip. But the problem is his credibility. So who's going to believe it?
Right.
And he's got people that can corroborate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I see him back in Brazil, extradited back to Brazil.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I hate to give them back. Did you see that he was being interviewed? You know, the girl on Fox News, that's the one that's on the left. She talks from the left view. I love her. She's wonderful. She shuts them up all the time. And I don't watch.
Oh, I think I know, with the glasses and dark hair.
Yeah. So she's interviewing George Santos, and she's saying, asking him questions. And she says, you didn't know what is this about OnlyFans? And he said, oh, I just found out what that was. I didn't know what that was. And she says, of course you didn't, because you lie all the time.
What is OnlyFans, by the way?
Well, you can go on there and you can subscribe, like on YouTube, or be a member, and people strip, or people, put pillow talk. And there's other things that probably.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How do you spell that again? No, I'm just kidding.
Where do I go for that?
Yeah.
Well, I pulled 3 cards for Santos. Justice, yay.
Okay.
Wheel of Fortune does not mean fortune. It just seems like, I don't know if they'll get rid of him as quickly as they're thinking. So it feels like inertia right now. But then the moon, a lot of other crap comes up about him.
Yeah.
So
we're not done with in finding out more and more about him, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's all after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So Dan wants to know the dark evil that Trump. Dan, you're Dan, I think. Dan, the artist. That Trump is gravitating more towards the dark evil. Is it going to consume him?
It already has.
It has. Don't you believe that he's just totally in dementia? I mean, he's lost.
I do, and those rumors were going around, and that's why they released that today, that his doctor says he's an excellent health.
Okay.
And that's why I said I don't know what doctor he goes to, but he better change.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget though, he's 6'3" and he's 215 pounds.
That's right. And he stands like this. He stands like this. It just tips over all the time. When he thinks that Obama is the president of the United States right now, I say, wow, talking about living in the past. He says it all the time.
He will be gone. That's the main thing. And the guides always, even though they told me, Linda, you need to do this show to help others,
right?
Be okay. I'm here to remind you it's all going to be okay at the end. But I will tell you, as ugly as he gets, this too shall pass. He's not lasting much longer. And the one besides you guys, all the workers, is Andre. Back when he first started reading, remember he said the guy gets away with everything. In fact, my girlfriend said he actually has kind of a lucky chart. If you look at his chart, it's actually kind of lucky. But
up to a point, right? Yeah.
And now, and Andre said, remember, he'll start spiraling down, and it's going hard and fast.
I always saw that poem Humpty Dumpty, and that's how I looked at Trump. But I remember when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed over, and I try not to channel like people that pass over, but she came to me, and she showed me like this tiny little speck of light.
Penis?
I'm sorry?
A tiny little penis? Oh, what? A tiny what?
little tiny speck of light.
Oh, it wasn't mushroom size.
No, it wasn't mushroom. I was going to say that.
It
Not
wasn't
mushroom.
mushroom size.
No.
This speck of light, but the these dark evil hands and this darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's getting worse.
But it kept moving forward and getting bigger, and the hands kept trying to put it out. But each time it grew brighter. And she showed me that, so I knew what it meant, that the darkness of what was going on would not triumph over the light.
Over the light.
The light will
He is, even from the time he became president.
That's true.
He tried to kind of work with others, and then now he just wants to go in and burn it down.
I pulled 3 cards for Trump.
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Well, that means, I think it means the women will bring him down.
The women will, yes.
And look at this. Go ahead.
And people are going to come to their senses and get back.
The angel of light and
and then the next card was death.
The end.
You got it.
Justice will get him. Look at that. It'll pierce his heart. Yeah, he's not.
Did you hear?
We can't take in it either. We have to just thank the universe and in faith know this too shall pass.
No, it will take care of it. Just let it go. Apparently, he was speaking this weekend in Iowa. Did you hear that he brought up the golden shower? Yes.
Yeah. And then Lindsey Graham said, "Oh, that takes away my Christmas present."
And Melania said she knows I wouldn't do that because I'm a germaphobe, and so she believes me.
Is she even with him anymore?
Oh my God. Look, I pulled another card for him. Look at this, the tower.
Oh, wow. There you go. There you go.
Guys, I just have to give this to my son. Hold on.
Okay. So Joe wonders if Trump was anyway a reincarnated evil soul from ancient Sumeria.
No,
Ooh.
he's a reincarnated soul from pond scum.
Tell me what you really think, Mel. Come on.
And he thinks he's fooling everybody, but he's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to come back in as the next life, unless I just get a feeling when he croaks, he just ceases to exist. That's what I think.
Right.
I really do. No, I think some of those souls from Samaria were too smart. Trump thinks he's smart, but he's not.
Oh, no.
He's good at manipulation, but he's not smart.
He's not intelligent, smart. I get the mask. I get a mask. Yep. Deceit and lies. I mean, it's very possible he's following the boilerplate for those types of things, because he used to sleep with a Mein Kampf beside his bed, and he would read it. Not that he reads, but maybe he just kept it there.
As much of an animal as Hitler, as much of a horrible person Hitler was, as dark and evil, at least he was smart. Trump is not smart.
Yeah.
Trump surrounds himself with people that are smart, manipulates them, but he's not smart. Yeah. And a lot of them know it.
Right.
His lawyers, they've got to know, a few of them have to know what he's all about. But they're thinking that it's making big names for them as lawyers. Which it is kind of doing, but they don't realize what idiocy, what idiots they look like.
Yeah. So Dee Dee said the governor of Texas just endorsed the Big Orange Menace.
Well, of course.
There was another governor. There was also another governor who just did. I want to, but mostly in the red middle states, I think.
Well, the ones what they don't realize is by doing that, that's going to be nails in their political coffins.
Right. Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, I see Texas. I see Abbott gone, and at some point, at least somebody middle of the road, but I think would be a Democrat. So we shall see.
Oh, please, Beto would be so good. Kathleen, read on the next one.
I don't know if Beto runs as like, I don't know. I see him a high-level government position, yes. But I don't.
But maybe not in Texas, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I really think if they would get rid of that crooked attorney general down there, then guess what? Maybe a Democrat could win the election.
Yeah, I can't even figure out why. Well, I can figure it out. It's like in Tennessee with those 3 people were kicked out, remember? And then they were brought back in. They were voted back in. Well, 2 of them were kicked out. Yeah. It's just playing this game. I'm hearing that they're trying to load, the Republican Party is trying to load like all of the schools and all of the state workers and all that with the Republican Party because they have a bigger plan, and it doesn't include Trump necessarily. What they're trying to do is the only way they can win is if they have all these people that are in there, because there's less people that vote Republican. So makes it really hard for them to ever win. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So Texas winter grid failure. Oh my God.
If it's not this year, it's next.
Make sure you get yourself a generator, I would say. And I know they're expensive, but geez, that's scary stuff.
Yeah. I know.
Abbott
is not going out until he's up for re-election. I'm sorry to say.
Okay. But there's a possibility that he is going to go out then?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with that. I agree, Linda. Yeah. I got my psychic light bulb went on that one.
Your psychic light went on.
My psychic light bulb. It's always but when that goes on, it's like, yeah.
I'm just going to put this up here. We usually don't read on any medical issues, design ideas, but thank you for the donation to Linda's channel. I think you have painful wounds on your heels. Do you see progress? Tony from Providence, Rhode Island. So Tony, make sure you send Linda a prayer request as well, because she can include you in that.
I'm hearing watch the blood sugar.
Okay.
But I can't diagnose, and that's not.
No, I know.
That's for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
But I do see proper treatment coming along to help out, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. That's wonderful news. Yeah. Yep. Take care of yourself. I just bought myself this, I don't know, it's like now Linda, don't jump on me. It's a vibrator. It's like a vibrator, but you step on it and it moves you like this.
You step on it and it goes like, I need that. My husband came downstairs and I was sitting on the washing machine the other day yelling, put it on spin, put it on spin.
Well, my husband said, just put your feet on it when you can sit in a chair, and it helps with neuropathy.
Oh, really? That's wonderful to hear.
I know. So I'm going to try it out. I think
Linda has 3 of them.
Yep. 3 vibrators.
I don't stand anything that disrupts my equilibrium.
Yeah, Jamie, you're right. Go to the doctor. Absolutely. So I just want, we're getting up to the top of the hour. And I know that Linda is tired and she needs to go.
It's Monday Night Football too. What the hell am I doing here?
She's got to watch football.
Mel is tired.
Mel is tired. Yes, it is sweet and salty. It's for balance as well. Yes. And for getting rid of toxins for some reason. Anyway, yeah. I just, I want to thank you. This week is a gratitude week, but tomorrow will be my 3rd year here. I'm going to have, and I'm looking forward to my 4th year. And it's so wonderful because I've met you in person and I've met a lot of other people. And
we got to meet your hubby too.
And you got to meet my hubby. And I just really wanted to thank you for that. I had the very best time in Sedona. It was just magical. And
we're not going to do it more, but it was.
Linda has helped so many people in the community.
And you too, heart and soul, Allie.
Mm-hmm. That's what we were told to do,
Mel, right? We're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Remember that somebody said a while long. I don't know if you remember hearing this, Allie. If you watched me before you started your show, and I said, "Come on, you light workers, get on board, get over here."
Yeah, I remember you saying it doesn't matter how many, we need more people. It doesn't matter.
And it's so funny because I'll get people writing me saying, oh, so-and-so, you really need to check out their channel. I think they're really good and blah, blah. And little do they realize I had them on my show I introduced them.
I've
You
read
know?
that too, Linda. Oh yeah.
I know
Yeah.
who that person is, and I introduced them
Uh-huh.
years ago.
Yeah.
December 4th, I think I have to look at the date. I'll put it on my community page. I've reached 20,000 subscribers thanks to Linda.
Oh
And
wow.
so we're going to do a 20,000 celebration. So
Yeah.
Linda, you're invited. Allie, you're invited.
Wonderful.
Many readers in
Yeah.
the community are invited.
I love it.
And so I'm giving away 3 free Aloha shirts to my members,
Uh-huh.
3 1-hour readings to my members, 3 half-hour sessions to my subscribers. It's just my way of saying thank you to
Oh,
the
yeah.
people who subscribe and who join, but also thanks to all of you. I mean, I owe the biggest thanks to Linda.
I know. We
And,
all do.
Well,
She
you don't
gets
know
all-
me nothing.
She gets all embarrassed and everything.
We're all
and
part of the same family.
we are.
True,
Yeah.
true.
It's like when
Yes.
my parents used to tell me, you owe us a debt of gratitude for putting a roof over your head and food. I said, oh, hell no. I didn't ask to be born.
It has to be born. I get it.
Linda, the next time you want to, you're going to say, I didn't ask to be born.
Embarrassing with the great, I appreciate, but it's not really me, it's them. And they brought you in. You got the calling and you're doing the work. And yeah, I do everything I can to lift people's numbers if I can. So,
Yeah,
but
I've
it's
always
not
appreciated
me,
that.
I get kind of embarrassed when people say, oh, it's a little.
I know you do. That's what I,
know.
mean.
It's like, no,
Well, I would have never done it had you not told me your guides want you to do it, because I had a YouTube channel. I didn't do much with it. Actually, it was like, I didn't think I had 300 subscribers.
He
but-
had a friend that insisted. I read the friend.
Yes.
You've got to meet my friend Mel.
Yes.
I said, okay. Is he single? He said, yeah, but he's gay. No, I'm just kidding. And he said, you got to meet him. You really will like him. And I said, okay. And I think I did reach out, or I wrote you and I never heard from you. And then he said, did you ever get a hold? I said, yeah, that sucker didn't write me back. So F that. And I guess he got a hold of you.
He did. He said she tried to email you. And what the reason is, it ended up in the junk folder. And I don't know how. So
Nobody puts Linda in the junk folder.
In the junk folder.
Mine did, and I didn't do it. I know about it. But anyway, so he gave me her phone number. So I said, okay. So I called her and I said, hi, my name is Mel. Oh, yeah, I've been emailing you. Didn't respond. I had
that with Mel too. I tried for a year. Yeah.
So she said to me, do you like Trump? And I said, the Cheeto head.
And so you were in like Flynn.
Well,
right?
no. I said, I'm on my way home. I said, how about, you want to do readings for each other? And she said, yeah. So I think it was the next night or something. I said, you want to do FaceTime? She goes, I've got my hair in curlers. I said, at least you got hair.
There you go.
And we read each other, and she gave me that nudge to do my own YouTube channel and blah, blah, blah. And she said, you're going to get really busy. And I said, well, I got a staff sitting around that can take calls. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And so here we are. I just never gave it a lot of thought until Linda told me my guides wanted me to do that. And it was Gunnar Goebel, my friend and client in California.
And the read I did was good on him too, because his dad came through.
Oh, he loves it. He talks about you and Sterling all the time. And so he would tell me about Watch This Comanche Psychic. And I said, I did. I really like her.
Yeah.
And I said, can I give her your number? I said, I don't care. You can give anybody my number. Just don't put it on. Well, you can put it on bathroom walls too. If you
I knew that number looked familiar.
There you go.
Well, my mother always said, when your name is written on bathroom walls, that means.
And then we became fast friends. This
We
is
did.
it.
Yes.
And by the way, I had a dream the other day. My sister said I need to talk to you about it. That I was on a boat trip to Europe.
Ooh.
And I was having a real good time. So she said, ask Mel about the next boat trip. I said, I will.
It is the Rhine River Cruise, departing on September the 4th. I think September the 6th.
Okay.
Wait, I can tell you.
Oh, yes. The Rhine one would be, that's the only one I would consider.
The
doing.
thing is that there
September
are
the 6th.
some that even let you go to that place where the volcano hit, Pompeii.
Mhm.
That's in Italy.
Okay.
This is on the Rhine. This one starts
it's in Germany and Switzerland.
It comes all the way down through Germany, stops in Strasbourg, France, ends in Switzerland. Then we're 2 days on the ground in Switzerland and Lake Lucerne. And I've done this trip before, and I have to say it's breathtaking. It's really pretty.
Lake
I
Lucerne.
like kind of even the kind of religious ones too.
You do? Yeah.
You know, Wayne Dyer used to take people.
Yes,
on
he
trips.
did. Yes. He surely did.
Those are cool.
So I pulled a card for the collective sweet and salty, and I get friendship. And I love this. And it's a reminder that Thanksgiving's coming. If you don't have your own family, you can get together with your friends who are family of your choice. And if you don't have that, anybody close by, make sure you come on here. So there'll be some
or go volunteer for those who have
go volunteer. Yes. Yep. What you got?
And
Linda?
you know, when the you know, I've had a lot of Valentine's. I've had a lot of Thanksgivings by myself. You know, for a while I went on the outs with my parents and stuff. But it's just about the message and the love.
True. Yep.
Because really, as we get older, it can be kind of a pain in the pachicas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm having lasagna.
Justin still has to do the cooking and the cleaning.
Not me, Linda. Just have your son make lasagna. That's what my daughters make.
Okay.
I love to cook. I pulled the world for Thanksgiving, the holiday season. So I think, you know, Thanksgiving is about abundance, and it was the natives, the true Native Americans who really saved the settlers' rear ends, you know, because they taught them how to grow corn and brought food and how to, you know, turkeys and things like that, turkeys. But so I think for me, it's about being inclusive.
There you
it's
go.
about remembering the people of the world, regardless of our religion, our beliefs. It's just about loving each other. And that is the message that I want to give.
And
we can only do it every day.
And connect to the realm and tell all the spirits and our ancestors how much we love them.
Appreciate it.
And they will feed you back that love.
That's true.
Yes, they will.
So not always about. I'm sorry, Linda, go ahead.
Oh, I got the 3 of Wands.
Yay. Yay.
So efforts to bear fruit. I would say it's saying that efforts will bear fruit. So I think we're about ready to see our harvest.
So let's don't forget our voices, because those efforts will bear the fruit of the harvest. So, you know, I was also thinking that it's not about feeding us physically, but Thanksgiving is to feed our soul and also our spirituality. And I love that message, Linda, by the way. I like you. Doing great.
Well, you know, and the other thing is, my grandma, you know, from Mississippi, she was about 5'8", and she had them big breastises like women's did back in those days. And she had her hair in that 1950s, you know, that style. She was a waitress, and she loved to cook, and you could feel that energy. She made that food with love. That's why I love to make. I gotta have my grandma's cornbread dressing every day.
There you go. That's my husband likes that too.
Yeah, and so but you know, I enjoyed everybody enjoying the food, but I didn't have that love for cooking like she did. I don't think any of my families do.
No,
we really gotta love it. I imagine Mel enjoys people enjoying this food.
My grandmother loved to cook, and so did my mother. And all my aunts were great cooks. And even on my dad's side, they were good cooks. My dad was so I inherited that gene. On dad's side, they were all singers. I can't carry a note in a bucket. But for me, when I cook, I love to see people enjoy the food.
Oh, yeah.
And Linda, you said something about your grandma. My grandma was around 5'5", and you talk about the Canuchkas, you know. And I remember once my grandmother had the best sense of humor on the planet. She was not.
That was my grandmother.
She loved a dirty joke. She loved a mixed drink. She didn't drink all the time. But I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know what to get her for Christmas. And I went and had that little Christmas savings, you know, and I'd buy for grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, whatever. And I said, Grandma, I think I'll get you a bra for Christmas. What size should I get? She goes, hell, boy, just get me parachutes.
Didn't they call them the over-the-shoulder boulder holder?
No.
Remember that one? Yeah. Oh, no. When Linda read that it was the bearing the fruits, all I could think about was that we have a cornucopia, which is where you put all the fruit for the harvest, and we have a cornucopia of beautiful family right here that we all appreciate so well.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
thank you all for
And
spelling.
I'm going to be bringing my bell. Mel and I are doing a show in May, and I'm bringing my bell, Mel. So when I need room service.
Oh.
And I'll answer back with my BS bell.
Come in, Linda. I can see him with the flip flops now, with nothing but an apron. Come in, Linda. Do me a favor. Just don't bend over.
Why? He could crack you up.
I am going to wear an apron just for that.
Oh, that's great.
And it's going to say Linda G was here.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Requested by Linda G, the Comanche psychic. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mel, so much. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody, for being with us.
Have
a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye.